What's going on? My name is Reginald Cuthbert. Most people call me Mr. C, and this will be a Toolbox Tutors Math Session. Today, we'll be working on simplifying this ratio using money. And by the end of this video, I'll walk you through step by step on how to simplify this ratio. Let's get started. Before we get started, let's look at the 3 tools you'll need to make simplifying ratios with money a little bit easier. If you understand how much money each coin represents, how to multiply, and how to divide, then you can simplify ratios with money pretty easily. Let's go ahead and get started. So for example 2, we'll be looking at simplifying the ratio 20 pennies to $5. So 20 pennies to $5, what we want to do is make sure we have the same unit on top and bottom. So what I do is write this as a fraction. So we have 20 pennies over $5. So again, we want to make sure we have pennies over pennies or dollars over dollars. Since pennies are smaller than dollars, what we're going to do is take this $5 and convert it to pennies. So now 20 pennies would stay the same because we're converting the bottom to pennies. So we have 20 pennies here on top, and we want to convert this $5 into pennies. Now it takes 100 pennies in order to make $1. And let me write this here. So 100 pennies equals $1. So now if we need to know how many pennies it takes to make $5, if we multiply 1 by 5, that would give us $5. So now we can actually do the same with the pennies. If we multiply pennies times 5, that gives us 500 pennies. So here we have 500 pennies equals $5. So up under this 20 pennies, we can actually write 500 pennies. So now we have pennies over pennies. So from here, we want to find a number that we can that can go evenly into 20 and 500. What can we divide both of these numbers by? And 20 is actually the biggest number we could use, but let's just say you didn't know 20 could go into 20 and 500. Let's say you know 5 can go into 20 and 500. We'll divide both the top and the bottom by 5. So let's see, divided by 5, and we'll get 20 divided by 5 gives you 4. So you have 4 pennies, and then 500 divided by 5 gives you 100 pennies. So now we have 4 pennies over 100 pennies, but we can still simplify it again. So if we're looking at 4 pennies and 100, 4 can actually go into 100. So what we can do is divide again, but this time we'll be dividing by 4. So we have 4 pennies divided by 4, 100 pennies divided by 4. So now we have 4 divided by 4. That gives you 1 penny over, and 100 divided by 4 gives you 25 pennies. So simplifying this as a ratio, your final simplified answer would be 1 over 25. Some of you may be looking and say, well, why did you take the long way if you knew you could divide by 20 in the beginning? I'll go back and show you the steps on how it still would come out the same. So let me pick a different color. All right, so starting from this step, I'll just rewrite this here. So we have 20 pennies divided by or over 500 pennies. And we're going to divide both of these by 20 instead of dividing by 5, then 4. So if you divide both of these by 20, 20 divided by 20 does give you 1. So that's 1 penny on top, over. And 500 divided by 20, it takes 5 groups of 20 to go into 100. So that means in order to go into 500, what we have is 25, because 5 times 5 gives you 25. So 125 pennies. So see, you get the same answer regardless of the way you work it out or the numbers you use. And this will be your answer for this example. Thanks for watching the video. If this video helps you out any, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you have any comments, good or bad, that you want to leave below, please don't hesitate to. Also, if you feel like you need further one-on-one help, don't forget to enter the contest on our website at toolboxtutors.com, where you can get free tutoring sessions by entering simple information in the survey. I'll leave the link below. Until the next time, have a good one.